Mr Chair.
I'm going to call the Honourable Member Moana Maki.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. No need to sound so disappointed, Mrs King. I'm sure your chance will come. Now, I want to talk to, under Part 2 to Clause 70, which is under what was former Part 7 of the bill. And Clause 70 is the purpose of this part of the bill, which talks about better utilisation of the community housing sector. And under Clause 2B, it says that the role is to align Housing New Zealand Corporation's role to the provision of social housing in a multiple provider environment. And then Part 2C, or Clause 2C, says to facilitate the growth of the community housing sector by enabling the extension on terms and conditions set by the Joint Ministers of an income-related rent subsidy to registered community housing providers and an income-related rent to their tenants. Now, we've already had a number of people discussing the fact that the funding that goes with this bill will go nowhere near doing what the bill professes to be trying to achieve. But I want to talk really about what's not in this bill, which is any kind of strategy or any kind of attempt to get the best use out of the community organisations that we already have, rather than doing what this bill does, which is simply asking them to step in and do the job that Housing New Zealand and the state is pulling away from. And when the Housing Shareholders Advisory Report, from which much of this part of the bill came, was released, again, another one of the strong messages from the community housing sector was, we don't want to do your job for you. Do not use this excuse to reduce the role of the state in social housing. Do what, in fact, the bill Part 2C, Clause 2B here says, which is aligning Housing New Zealand far better with the community housing sector in terms of the provision of social housing. But they said very clearly, we want to do that with you, in partnership with you. We don't want to end up doing your job for you because you no longer want to properly fund social housing in New Zealand. And, Mr Chair, this is extremely apparent when you look at the community housing providers that the Minister himself has mentioned, and some of the other big players in this area, the New Zealand Housing Foundation, Habitat for Humanity, a number of housing trusts around the country. Now, the specialist qualities and skills of these organisations is not the provision of social housing. It is the provision of first homeowners' affordable housing. And yet here we see a purpose in Part 2 of this bill, which is essentially taking these community housing providers and saying, if you want to get any kind of government money, you actually have to move into social housing. So your bread and butter stuff, the stuff that's desperately needed in our cities, particularly in Auckland, affordable first home ownership, that's the stuff the New Zealand Housing Foundation has been doing. That's the model upon which Labour's Kiwi Build policy was based, because it works. It's working right now. You have these mixed communities of private home ownership, affordable first home ownership through a range of different mechanisms, and then social housing. And social housing that's provided by Salvation Army, and then home ownership for Habitat for Humanity, mental health trust, a number of different organisations all coming together with a New Zealand Housing Foundation coordinating it all to build a community. Not to build a suburb, but to build a community. And it's a model that works particularly well, but unfortunately, it's a model that's being seriously undermined by Part 2 of this bill. Because those community housing organisations, if we were to use them, get the most value out of what they do, we wouldn't be asking them to do social housing, apart from the few that are already in that space. And those that are working in that space do a very good job, but it's very small scale. Where there is real potential is where you have these actually relatively quite sizable for New Zealand community housing trusts who are able to, who are operating at such a scale already that if we were to work with them on affordable first home ownership and then trust them to do what the New Zealand Housing Foundation has done, which is to then partner with other community housing organisations to provide social housing, then you get that spectrum of housing need exactly right, where you have the bulk of the community housing trust providing affordable home ownership, dealing in that area. You then have those organisations that provide wraparound services or specialised services, the Salvation Army working with the elderly, mental health Trust working with mental health patients, and then you come down to Housing New Zealand, who really do deal with poor families, families on low income, but then they are able to actually pass on to those providers that provide wraparound support, the tenants to whom they really don't offer an adequate service. They really can't. Housing New Zealand can't provide specialist mental health services, specialist services for people who were formerly homeless, specialist services for young people. In fact, Housing New Zealand can't house people under a certain age, and so that's really where you would get the best out of all the different organisations, and unfortunately that's not what this bill does.
I call the Honourable Member Maggie Barry.
I move that the question be now put.
The question is that the question be now put. As many of that opinion will please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The noes have it. Party vote called for. In that case, the clerk will conduct a party vote at the request of Dr. Rajin Prasad. Thank you, Doctor.
New Zealand National.
9 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Maori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 56. The motion is agreed to. Before we do that, though, the vote on part 2, we have a number of amendments. And the first amendment is the name of the Honourable Member Philip Twyford. It's an amendment to SOP number 390, and it's set out on SOP number 396. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no.
No.
The noes have it. Party vote's been called. Dr. Prasad, we will have a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Maori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 vote in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote opposed.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable members, the ayes are 56, the noes are 64. The motion or the amendment is not agreed to. We have another one in the name of the Honourable Member Philip Twyford. It's an amendment to SOP number 390, and this one is set out on SOP number 398. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. And those opposed?
No.
I think the noes have it. The party vote is called for. Dr. Prasad has asked for another party vote. In that case, he shall have one. The clerk, please.
New Zealand National.
59 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Maori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 vote in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 opposed.
Brendan Horan.
1 in favour.
Honourable members, the ayes are 56, the noes are 64. The amendment is not agreed to. We now come to the Minister's Amendment, which are also set out on Supplementary Order Paper number 390, and it's a typescript amendments to Clause 19. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote's been asked for. We will have a party vote. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Maori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 56. The Minister's amendments are agreed to. We now have an amendment in the name of the Honourable Annette King. It's an amendment to clause 17 and it's set out on supplementary order paper number 397. All those in favour please say aye. Contrary no. The noes have it. Party vote's been called for. In that case we shall have a party vote. Thank you, Dr Prasad.
New Zealand National.
59 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 vote in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote opposed.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable members, the ayes are 56, the noes are 64. The amendment is not agreed to. Now we come to an amendment in the name of the Honourable Member Philip Twyford, and it's an amendment to clause 19, deleting new section 115A, and that's set out on SOP number 390. However, it is identical to an amendment already agreed to. Therefore, the amendment to clause 19, deleting new section 127 brackets 2B, set out on SOP number 398, is out of order, as being inconsistent with a previous decision of the committee. The question now is that Philip Twyford's remaining amendments to clause 19, set out on SOP number 398, be agreed to. All those in favour please say aye. Contrary no.
No.
The noes have it. The ayes have it. Party vote has been called. In that case we shall have one. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
3 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 vote in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 opposed.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote in favour.
Honourable members, the ayes are 56, the noes are 64. The amendment is not agreed to. The question now is that part 2, as amended, stand part. Those in favour please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary no. The ayes have it. The noes have it. Dr Prasad said the noes have it and he has asked for a party vote. We will have one. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 56. Part 2 as amended will stand part. We now turn to Schedule 1. Before we do the vote on that though, we have some amendments in the name of the Honourable Minister Dr Nick Smith. They're set out on SOP number 390 and typescript amendment. All those in favour of the Minister's amendments please say aye.
Aye.
To the contrary no. The ayes have it. The noes have it. Dr Prasad, you're calling for a party vote? We shall have one. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 56. The amendments are agreed to. The question now is that Schedule 1, as amended, stand part. Those in favour please say aye. To the contrary no. The ayes have it. Noes have it. Party vote's been called. Please conduct one. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 56. The schedule as amended will stand part. The question now is that Schedule 2 stand part. However, we have some amendments in the name of the Honourable Dr Nick Smith, and they're set out on SOP number 390. All those in favour, please say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. You'd like a party vote? In that case, we will have a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 vote opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64, the noes are 56. The Minister's amendments are agreed to. The question now is that Schedule 2 as amended stand part. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote called for. Party vote's been called for by Dr Prasad. Thank you.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Honourable members, the ayes are 64 and the noes are 56, and the schedule is agreed to. The question now is that clauses 1 to 3 stand part. I call the Honourable Marianne Street.
Mr. Chairman, I wish to speak to Clause 1, which is the title of this piece of legislation. It is called the Social Housing Reform (brackets Housing Restructuring and Tenancy Matters Amendment) close brackets Bill. It could more properly be called the